Coach from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Indianapolis Colts. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Great 15. Great 15.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. On the ball.
Wentz now on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run with Foreman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wentz, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Shorty. Let's go.
Play action. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field strength has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it into Davis. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Brandon, that was a big play by the defense to keep him out of the end zone on 3rd down. So there's an early decision to be made here, isn't there? I know that 3 is awfully tempting, but I'd pull on my big boy pants right now, and I'd go for it.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And again, this time to the tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits from these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Wentz. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
flag. Come on.
On play action, wins, and he'll be brought down by the Colts. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A carry for Foreman, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
82.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Hang in there now.
Wentz now on 1st down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Cameron Wake in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, on. Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, let's roll. Good list. Orange. Eddie.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Smith dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They snap it to Smith. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are in for 6. So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. A dump off for Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wentz now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Davis. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 50. And finally taken down at the 34. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Now the first carry for their fullback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
Hey, on. Hey, let's roll.
They'll run with Clement. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Four down, four down.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. 15, 15. Orange, orange, orange. 36.
Here's Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Settle down, huh? Hey, all right, got it.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point good by Prater, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Double, double, double.
After the interception, here's Smith. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Let's go, yellow.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a play fake. Wentz. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, play action. Now Wentz. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Aaron Lynch in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Out left side here to Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A first down carry for Davis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Round.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
On the ball.
Wentz to throw on second down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. One score down. Here we go.
81.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Great 15.
On the carry, here's Clement. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
52. 35.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Underneath to Davis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go. Great.
They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. On the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Great. Black.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him 1st downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Four, Tokyo. And we're good, we're good. Hey, set. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play in the previous snap, they bounced back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Wake in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Lion.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. Completes this one to Meredith. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Colts, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
you